Welcome if this your first time on the channel. Today we listening to Gilbert Arenas talk about championships, and then he's going to compare himself to Steph Curry as a player if you take away the rings. And you will not believe what Gilbert Arenas said in this one. We're going to check out the audio. Make sure you subscribe if this your first time here. Click that like button. That's how they push the video. Let's go.
Team culture become a thing, right? When you talk about a team award, something that a structure needs to win, does not boost you in front of individual accomplishments. And when you used Kobe, what frowned upon what LeBron said, I would disagree with that.
Got you.
I would disagree with that.
I remember what I said there.
In real time, Kobe had 3 rings. Y'all wasn't treating him like a 3-ring player. You was treating him like a sidekick. He was considered a sidekick. He was considered a Robin. He was considered the next Pippen.
Guys, for people that wasn't around back then, nobody thought Kobe Bryant was the next Scottie Pippen. Nobody, even during the 3-ring run, Gilbert is on some BS. They always compared him to Mike. In the first ring, the first championship, he did things Scottie Pippen never did. They never gave the ball to Scottie Pippen and said, close the game out. It was times, because everybody do this little thing when they remember Shaq at his dominance, and they only go to the finals. What about the Western Conference? What about the year 2000 in the Western Conference Finals? Game 6, Shaq scored 17 points. Game 7, this is the best team they gonna play. Money is on the wood. What are you gonna do, Shaq? He scores 18 points with 9 rebounds. That's what Shaq did. It wasn't a 30-point, 40-point. That's how they be remembering, because they only go to the finals. But game 7, game 6, Kobe had like 30, 33 points against the Trailblazers. Game 7, he had a double-double, 25 and 11 rebounds. He led them in points and rebounds, and he had like 7 assists. I don't know if he led in assists, but he almost had a triple-double. When the money hit the wood, Kobe Bryant was the best player on the Lakers. Yeah, Shaq super dominant, but can't have him in late game free throws. And then you need somebody that can shoot a jump shot, because especially back then, the refs ain't gonna bail you out. You drive to the hole. If you get bumped a little bit, the refs don't want to put it in their hands. Unless you get ripped out the sky, they not going to be calling no fouls. So you really need somebody that can shoot the ball. That's Kobe Bryant. That's why he was the closer the entire time on the Lakers. The reason he can't be Pippen is because he's the closer and the best defender during that 3-peat run. Pippen was never the closer. It's a total difference. Let's continue, though.
In 2002, with 3 rings, we were still comparing T-Mac. Who was better in the league? You couldn't convince the NBA down the middle who was better.
They was comparing.
So
between
T-Mac and Cole.
Totally true.
Right? True. So if you're sitting there with 3 rings and you're still being compared to someone who doesn't have rings, what do you think happened? I need individual accomplishments. Can you please get rid of Shaq? Right? Because if it was about rings, there was no reason for the fallout with him and Shaq. The fallout was about you only respect the driver of the car. No one respects the passenger of rings.
And another thing, first off, a lot of that is based on hypotheticals and expectations. Because Tracy was very talented. I never thought Tracy was better than Kobe Bryant. Never in my life I ever thought Tracy McGrady was better than Kobe Bryant. People that used to think that, like I got a cousin that used to think that. And I used to think, boy, you don't know basketball as well as you think you know basketball. I swear for God, I never thought they was the same. Like, Tracy was great though. He was super talented. So a lot of that is expectation. Like, yo, I expect Tracy to win, and then some hypothetical when he gets a team around him. After the Houston Rockets, when Tracy went to Houston, and we seen him with Yao Ming, which is, I would take Yao over Pau Gasol. Once we seen him with Yao Ming, we like, okay, nah, Tracy ain't, he ain't on Kobe level. Them comparisons completely stopped. They don't do them no more. They don't say Kobe and T-Mac, because we seen Kobe won with less. He didn't need Shaq. He didn't need a top 75 player. Shaq did, because he won with Kobe and Dwayne Wade. But when Shaq was with Penny Hardaway, he couldn't get it done. When Shaq was with Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel, he couldn't get it done before Kobe, when Kobe was still younger. So it ain't just about rings, but rings matter. You got to get it done, dog. If you get opportunities, you got to get it done. Let's go.
Right? There's no one says it, but the one who's leading the one who's leading the team, that's the gold member right there. That ring counts. The second option ring, that's silver when no one respects it.
Second option.
In history, no one has respected.
Scottie Pippen's
You got Scottie Pippen with 6 rings that's ranked on the all-time list 32. Right? You got people that don't have rings that's in front of them. So
Scottie Pippen, I'm sorry, y'all, but I didn't know that he was going to be saying that. Scottie Pippen was not a co-star. It's totally different. Scottie Pippen was not a co-star to Michael Jordan. It was Michael Jordan's team. Scottie Pippen wasn't closing no games. He was a great role player on the team. He wasn't a co-star. It wasn't polls that was going out where people was like, yeah, Scottie Pippen the best in the league. This was happening during the three-peat. In 01, they had polls out saying Kobe was the best in the league. In 01, Shaq said Kobe was the best in the league. So they just, because after the 2000s playoffs, right, you seen this dude, Kobe, something else. By the time 01 hit, it's like, yo, this dude the best player in the league. I knew it then. But I got to, let's continue.
what LeBron is saying is like, wait a minute, when did we take away your greatness as a player and use team structured awards?
Now, LeBron had this whole conversation for himself. That's what it's really about. Mike got 6, Kobe got 5, I got 4. Why can't I be better than them? That's what it's really about. Gilbert know that, but he don't want to say it. Now, Gilbert gave his take on the rings, the championships, which crazy take in my opinion, because if you're a great player and you get opportunities, Tracy McGrady had at least 2 opportunities. I broke that down in the video. I'll put it down in the description for y'all to look at that video. He had opportunities. He had at least 2 for sure in Houston where Yao Ming was healthy and T-Back was healthy. He went to 2 Game 7s in the first round and lost both times. So he had 2 opportunities. He didn't get as many opportunities as Kobe or Shaq, definitely not LeBron or Magic, right? But he did have opportunities. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't get that many opportunities, but he won. You see, Charles Barkley didn't get that many opportunities. He didn't win. You see, some players don't get as many opportunities, but they still great. I'm not going to say Charles Barkley ain't better than Robert Horry. He is. He just didn't get as many opportunities and he couldn't get it done. But I can't put Charles Barkley over Kevin Garnett either, because Kevin Garnett got the job done. You see, rings matter, but, once you accomplish a lot of things in the NBA, I believe you can put somebody anywhere on your list where you want to put them. If they didn't accomplish a lot, if they a 3-time champion, an MVP, Larry Bird, for example, if you thought Larry Bird was the greatest player, just go to the game and thought, yo, that's the greatest player I've ever seen, you can say that. He done enough for the NBA for you to put him wherever you want to put him. He don't need 6 like Mike. I don't think Larry's better than Mike. I'm just saying, when Michael Jordan had 2, 3 championships, they called him the GOAT because of his game. He's better than everybody else. He didn't need 6. People be bringing up Mike and this 6-0, and that's why he's the GOAT. He don't even need 6. He's just better than everybody else. The only person I think is comparable to Mike that I feel like I really want to see them in their prime, at their peak, is that guy right behind me, Kobe Bryant. But let's listen to Gilbert Arenas talk about Steph Curry and him. If you take the rings away, because this is what he's trying to say. Hey, guys, don't care about rings, especially if you the second option. So let's take the rings away. Steph Curry, people say, yo, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Steph was the second option. It's a team game. KD won the MVPs. I don't look at Steph like a second option on that team. I look at them like co-stars. They was co-stars. But let's listen to Gilbert Arenas compare himself to Steph Curry.
in his mind, take numbers out of it, take career, just we on the court, mano y mano.
Right.
Where you rank? Because it's skill. Now we talking about skill.
him all the time?
Him, yes.
So you asking him where does he rank?
It's unfair for both parties. It's unfair for
Let's
me
go.
because now I got to rank myself against people's careers.
Yeah.
No, don't do careers.
So
do
I got
skill.
no. What I'm saying is because
talk
I
about
got
the
hurt.
game.
I got hurt at 25.
Right.
So
Man, bro,
so I'm saying. So if you stop me at 25,
Right.
Yeah.
they ain't stepping with me. No. Because you have to stop him at 25. You can't. There's no 3 championships. He's only a 2-time All-Star.
Think about
No. What I'm saying is, so when people hear it, they're gonna be like, "What? He ain't
Yeah, at
25. There's no 3 championships. There's only a 1-time All-Star. I mean,
You see, Gilbert Arenas brought up championships when comparing himself to Steph, right? Let's continue.
3-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA player by the age of 25. So there's not a lot of us at that age. Like Allen Iverson is only 2. There's only 2-time by that age. There's only a few players that's 3-time by 25. But you got to stop it at 25. If we say ever, then I'm not. I'm not in no class with Steph Curry.
So they are comparing their game. Let me tell y'all something. Gilbert Arenas. Even if Steph Curry only had 1 championship, you're not as good as Steph Curry, dog. You're just not. Your mentality. Have y'all ever seen the Shooting Guard Netflix documentary with Gilbert Arenas where he brought the straps in and told the other guy to take him out? This dude crazy. This dude is crazy. Steph ain't doing nothing like that, dog. Your mentality alone separates you from Steph. You couldn't lead no team. Not back then. You was too immature. I seen the documentary, dog. You was way too immature to be a leader of a championship team. That's not gonna happen. So the mentality is different. And then the player. You had stats, Gil. One, Steph was a willing defender. He couldn't, Steph, especially when he was younger, before he got stronger, he wasn't the best on defense. He better now than he used to be for sure. Like in 2022, when they won that championship, Steph was better on defense then than he was earlier in 2015, 16, 17. But Gil, you didn't play defense either, and you don't impact the game like Steph Curry. You don't impact wins like Steph Curry, because Steph Curry does a lot because you can put him in an offense and he can run off ball. Gilbert Arenas is a boxing one, high pick and roll dude, and he gonna get his stats, but that's all he gonna get. That is all Gilbert is gonna get. And then in the playoffs, we remember Gilbert. Bron tapped him on the shoulder. Don't miss these free throws he missed. Come on, man. You can't say you better than Steph Curry. Rings or no rings. You're not better than Steph. No way, Gil. Nah, I can't let you get away with that. And you know what he would do? He would say, yeah, but look at the stats. First off, you in a weak Eastern Conference. Weakest. The East was so weak that year, because when he played mid-2000s, it was a year LeBron went to the finals against the Spurs. He only played one team before the Spurs that won more than 500 games that season. He's literally playing dudes that's 41 and 41 and 39, and I'm like, he ain't playing nobody. Then he got to the Eastern Conference Finals, played one team, and now he in the finals. The Eastern Conference was so weak, dog. It was super weak. You was over there playing most of them teams for majority of the season. You got your stats. But you didn't even make it to the finals in the East. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, dog. No way. No way. It ain't just about stats, y'all, because I've been telling y'all this. Certain dudes run high pick and roll. It inflates their stats because they run it a lot. They work off mismatches and run high pick and roll. It inflates their stats. Then you got other guys, the Tim Duncans, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, Hakeem Olajuwon with the Dream Shake, Steph Curry. These guys play in systems. and they are productive in systems. The best players in history are productive in a system because systems win championships. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this. Do rings matter? And is Gilbert Arenas on the same level as Steph Curry if you take away the rings? Just a game on the basketball court. Put your thoughts down in the comment section. As always, if this is your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Click that like button. Y'all be easy. Be safe.